TIL about Roy Pearson, a judge who sued his dry cleaners for $54 million after he accused them of losing his pants. The bigger TIL is that this took 2 years to resolve. He also appealed this a couple times, which is part of the 2 years. The first case only took 2 weeks for him to lose. He didn't appeal to the Supreme Court, which was his last avenue. And this was after they offered to just buy the fucking guy a new suit and after they found his missing pants. He must be mentally ill or something, because he arrived at $54 million through some multiplication of $1,500. They 3 people, the whole family running the place. The complete story actually goes for 16 years, but this blog covered most of it, with commentary from an actual, practicing lawyer. Fun fact, this case, and former Judge Pearson's unwillingness to let this go, lead to him no longer being a judge, which I think is a very good thing. Lawfare, it's disgusting and should be illegal. You can sue someone for any reason if you have the money and drive them into bankruptcy or whatever the goal through continual harassment. People who bring clear nuisance cases like this should face severe repercussions. They are attacks on the justice system itself. There's a video about this dude. The guy was nuts and kept this going for years and years. It wasn't the first problem he had with him, and he had been combative during his divorce to the point where he basically lost everything. I know it sounds ridiculous, but you'd have some sympathy if you realized that those pants are where he kept his penis and butt. Now, how is he supposed to perform his God-given bodily functions without those? A judge with a superiority complex who abused the legal system to feed his ego and cause cruel hardship on innocent people just trying to live their lives? What a shocking turn of events. I remember this. The guy had a personality for sure, and the family was so impacted by his abuse of the legal system against them that they considered moving back to South Korea. Am I the only one left? Am I the only one? Has the world gone completely crazy? Craig Ferguson unleashing an epic rant about this judge. Imagine correcting someone to use right pronouns in court today, like that judge in the case. Mr. Pearson, you are not we. You're an I, Bardenoff told him. That guy was ninners. He was an administrative law judge. I think he lost his job over it. I know he was suspended from practicing law for 90 days, though. Yeah, I remember this. Post just shows how ridiculous the legal system can be, that he was able to tie up the courts with such a stupid lawsuit. The Law Order episode based on this case was a really good one. It ended up involving the head of security for an evil Walmart allegory. I've never met a judge that wasn't a complete power-hungry ass. Small sample size of 3, but how many judges will you ever know or want to? This case only officially ended in 2009 or so, when his final chance to take it all the way to SCOTUS finally expired. Imagine how embarrassed he must have felt when he realized he was wearing his pants the whole time. I remember reading about this on MSN News back when it happened. Glad the cleaners were cleared. I too am catching up on the podcast Let's Go to Court. Just listen to this episode today. As a distinguished member of the bar, he needed those pants. They covered his legal briefs. Just to be clear, he was an administrative law judge, not somebody sitting on the bench. And Roy lost his pants in the aftermath as well. Dry cleaners 1. Roy's pants 2. Evidence that judges don't have good judgment, smiley face. I hope he was removed from the bench. You didn't learn this today. You learned it when it was originally posted last week. Were they magic money printing pants? Or perhaps made out of 2,000 pounds of pure gold? Maybe he was a judge in India and was one of those guys that get gold clothing made. Lose my pants, eh? I'm going to take you to the cleaners. To be fair, his pants had $53,999,942.16 in them. The pants were on sale. What's he care? Nobody can see what he's got on under those robes anyhow. I ran a cleaners with my family growing up and this story terrified us. You can sue for whatever you want. Winning is a whole other thing. Pants for pants. They lost his, so he sued theirs off them. The Good Place got its dress bitch inspiration from this. I remember the Law & Order episode based on this.